Hey, it's another episode. This just in. We are finding out why Jimin was convicted for a murder. Take a seat. Where is Jimin? You'll be able to see him soon. I just need you to tell me what you told the other officer first. Ugh! I was able to fool the other officer with my stupid, instinctive lie, but now they told me you found a body last night, a third victim. Just take it slowly, Angelina. That's right. Really? And why would that be? Well, it couldn't have been Jimin's fault, because, keep it cool, because he spent the night with me at your house. No! We were at his house, but he was alone when we brought him in. This guy doesn't give up. I left before dawn! Right. So why didn't he mention that when we brought him in for questioning? I don't know. I guess he didn't want me to get involved. I delivered the line as calmly as possible. I've been going over it in my head since I first thought of making up an alibi for Jimin. Makes sense, I suppose. The problem is he told us that he's been sick all night. He's been drinking. Yes, we've been drinking a lot. I'm just sticking myself at this point. The detective looks at me for what seems like an eternity. Oh crap, I told a lie on our truth run. You've been drinking and you spent the night together. Hearing it back makes my blood rise to my ears and cheeks. Miss Angelina, are you aware of the consequences of lying to the... Okay. We're gonna... Okay, we're telling the truth. We're coming clean. Boom. That's because he injected himself with something we've worked on yesterday. Are you saying you two have been using drugs? What? No. He took an experimental angelovirus medicine, vaccine, I think. I mean, I created and injected himself with it. I can't speak. Now, why would he do that? Don't ask me. To be honest, I'm not sure. He was trying to prove a point, I guess, about how much he trusted me with his life. And it made him sick. An idea pops into my mind. Yes, I've been taking care of him. Miss Angelina, are you aware of the consequences of lying to the police? I'm not lying! You can't just arrest Jimin out of the blue like that. He didn't do anything. Arrest him? Miss, he was brought here for questioning, and he came to the station willingly. There is no arrest. What? But Jungkook said... I don't know what you heard, but we're done here. Your friend is in the room down the hall. He was very dehydrated when he came here and passed out once, so we called an ambulance. In his condition, it was pretty clear he wasn't able to murder anyone. Well, phew! We got that cleared up, guys. Poor Jimin, it's all my fault. But also, I've made a fool of myself and lied to the police. I hope it doesn't blow up in my face. Jeez, Angelina lied no matter what I did, I guess. I follow the detective's instructions. I find Jimin lying on the couch with a piece of gauze on his bare arm. Are you okay? Oh, he sit up. What are you doing here? Jungkook told me. I wanted to make sure you're alright. Jimin stays quiet for a moment. I'm fine. I was just about to head to the lab. Head to the lab? Are you serious? The detective told me you passed out. You talked to the detective? What did you tell him? I'm gonna tell the truth! I told them we spent the night together at your place. Excuse me? I said you couldn't have possibly been the killer because you were with me at the time. Why would you say that? That doesn't make any sense. Doesn't it? I had to think on my feet, and that's the first thing that came to my mind. I had to save you, you irrational fool. They told me they just brought you in for questioning. That's right. It wasn't an arrest, not yet in any case. So, you suspect it's not over? It's far from over. They found a body last night. Hopefully it will give them something to go on. For once, we had nothing to do with the monster case. That's not entirely true. What are you talking about? We saw it last night, Taeyong and I. I'll tell you everything when we get home. I still don't understand. What's there to understand? We were attacked. Taeyong scared it away. No, not that. I don't understand why you tried to make an alibi for me. Because I believe in you. We should stick together. Oh. Right now, all we have to do, the four of us, against the world. Oh. We need to stick together if we want to get to the bottom of this. You've risked prison for the sense of community. No, I thought it was going to be an option for you, Jimin. We're redoing it. I believe in you, Jimin. Yes! You've always believed in me. Heck, you believed in me so much, you willingly injected yourself with an incomplete vaccine just to prove to me I wasn't a failure. It was time I returned some of that faith. I believe there's no way you'd be able to commit such a monstrous crime. I had to be there for you, the way you were there for me. Now, I may have done it in a stupid way, but I didn't know what to do. You've risked prison because you had faith in me. Yes, and I'd do it again in a heartbeat, okay? No one's ever placed such trust in me. Well, you should probably get used to it. We're a team now. We're a great team. And a team looks out for each other. It was Jungkook who let me know where you were, I guess, you know? I'm not ungrateful. I just hope the consequences of your lie are minimal. Yeah, me too. In more than one way. What do you mean? It's not gonna make things weird between us, right? What I said? That would be ridiculous. It's not like we really slept together. The way he said that makes me feel like it wasn't entirely honest. Let's get out of here. As soon as Jimin and I arrive at the lab, we become aware of the silence. Everyone's staring at us. Come on, we have work to do. I have some recommendations for reducing the side effects of your vaccine. Time passes quickly. Jimin stays with me for a couple of hours. Then he leaves on an errand. I heard they were both arrested this morning. God knows why they let them go. I know, right? If the police won't protect us, who knows who's next? This is really unfair. I'm gonna confront them. Don't you know it's rude to gossip? The student and her friend seem startled for a moment. I can also almost taste their fear. Whatever. You should be ashamed of yourselves. Jimin might not care, but I won't let our names be dragged through the mud. Apologize. Now! What do you think you are to... You better do what she asks. Oh, it's Taeyong once again. Previously on University of the Dead. These girls were gossiping, and then Angelina confronted them. And then Taeyong was like, you better listen to her. Taeyong? What is he doing here? Who the heck are you? Someone you don't want to mess with. Something in his words, or perhaps in his eyes, makes them mumble an apology and rush out of the lab. What are you doing here? You disappeared this morning without waiting for me to escort you here. He says it matter-of-factly, but with a deeper meaning, a quiet smolder origin of which I can't pinpoint. I had to go to the police station, Jimin. Jungkook told me all about it. We'll talk about that in a second. Since when is he talking to Jungkook? The lab's official work hours end at 5. It's 6:30 now. So, it's not the first time I've stayed late. Besides, the police are right outside. They're crazy, Taeyoung. So if you choose to be stubborn about it, Ask what he wants. Tell him, I do what I want. We'll ask him what he wants. What do you want, Taeyoung? You broke our deal. I'm taking matters into my own hands now. Well, what is that supposed to mean? Oh, you'll see. Suddenly, Taeyoung lifts me off the chair and throws me over his shoulder. Taeyoung, what are you doing, Taeyoung? Getting you home. Do me a favor and stop moving, alright? Put me down right now. Nope. You're causing a scene. All the more reason for you to stop making a fuss. Oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh. Everyone stares at Taeyoung as he carries me through the hallways. Okay, you've proven your point. Put me down. What part of taking you home did you not understand? Are you seriously doing this to put me... I mean, what are you putting me through this, you know? What up? Not just now. Every time you would put yourself in danger. I'm gonna tell him off for once. And he likes it, apparently. That sounds horrible. I'm not a bag of potatoes, Taeyoung. One day you'll realize that everything I do is for your sake. That doesn't mean you have the right to do it. Hate me all you want. Once you're at home safe. I don't hate him. At least let me grab those notes. Which ones? I point towards Professor Anita's notes and he goes back to pick them up with his free hand. Get in the car. Kind of demanding, isn't it? Gently, he lowers me to the ground, and as soon as my heels connect, I turn away from him. I'd rather go on foot. I heard they found a body last night, near the place we had the encounter with the monster. A cold fear rushes over me. Without a word, I enter his car, and I make sure I tie my seatbelt extra aggressively. Let's go! I refuse to talk to Taeyoung during the entire trip back home. Will you at least tell me what happened this morning? I sigh and tell him about this morning, but choosing not to mention the alibi I made up for Jimin. I guess we all agreed on we're the same team, so I owe him that much. So he's not a suspect. Good. Now that I think about it, it was a good idea he injected himself with my vaccine, even if it did cause him serious issues. Saved by his faith in you. Smart man. For all his genius, he chose to completely ignore the possible consequences. He could have died. It sounds familiar now, doesn't it? I better get inside. These notes won't read themselves. Hey, call me if anything happens. I'll be there in a flash. Yes, sir. I go inside, determined to work, but wasting most of the day on fear and useless thoughts. The next day, Taeyoung drops me off by the lab and leaves, talking about the security cameras or something like that. Suddenly, I feel too alone. One way or another, I have to go inside. Courage, Angelina. I enter the lab, expecting the thunderous laugh. Instead, everyone barely even look at me. I notice Jimin near the bookcases, so I approach him. What's up? Do you ask because you want to know what I'm doing, or do you hope to hear the newest gossip? Geez, someone got up on the wrong foot. Both, I guess. Well, I'm looking for a book that's been missing for some time. As for the gossip, here's the juicy one. Jimin doesn't care enough to listen to gossip. I knew that. At least he's in a good mood. Was there anything else you needed? Aside from asking how you're feeling, or maybe if you want to grab a cup of coffee? I'm fine, and no, I'm still not feeling well to drink anything but water. That makes me feel really sad. I hope you'll be okay. I'll see you in a bit later then? Jimin nods absentmindedly and shifts his attention to the bookcase. On the way to the coffee machine, I notice a couple of familiar faces. Jungkook and his friend Seokjin are talking about something very excitedly. I hear my name being mentioned, but I can't make out what they're saying. I'll get their attention instead. We've met. It's wonderful to see you again, Miss Angelina. Thank you, Seokjin. I mean, same to you, Seokjin. Wait, how did you guys meet? I was in trouble and Seokjin heroically came to my rescue. It was nothing. I'm sure you'd have done the same for me. Anyway, Seokjin was just telling me about this cool new top secret project. And I'm already regretting it since I won't be the top secret for much longer now that you know about it. Seokjin delivers the line with a genuine smile on his face, but Jungkook frowns. Don't listen to him, Angelina. I'm trustworthy. I'm sure you are, Jungkook. Talking to them for a moment, I forget all about my worries. So anyway, we think you'd be a perfect fit. Let's not leap forward before hearing the lady's opinion, Gook. What is it about? Before I say anything, I'll need you to swear absolute secrecy. Nobody must find out what I'm about to propose, or I'll be at loss. Dun dun dun! What up? I believe in dreaming, shooting for the stars. Anything it takes to climb the ladder of success. Work our tails off every day. Episode 13. Secrets! Previously on University of the Dead. I was talking to these two and they were like, oh. Before I say anything, I need to swear to absolute secrecy. Oh, no, it's not a secret. It's helped him get a new insight on the nature of the virus. Why haven't we been told any of this? Well, as I'm sure you know, there is some rivalry between the professors here. Not everyone agrees with giving Professor Angelo more money and equipment. They question his competence as the leader of the labs. They say he hasn't produced any results so far, so why would he support instead of someone else? But wasn't the professor the one who discovered the virus in the first place? Yes, but apart from its discovery, he hasn't contributed much to the vaccine development. I assure you that he's working just as hard, if not harder than anyone else, on finding that cure. In his tone, I could feel he didn't like what I said. I suppose it's natural. Professor Angelo is his mentor after all. Tell her about that exciting part. What's that? We need more help in the lab. Professor Angelo asked me to find someone passionate about research, and the first person I thought was you. But you barely know me. That's suspicious. I'm gonna say that's exciting. Wow. Me working with you and Professor Angelo? You guys aren't gonna be evil at all, right? Especially with them giving us the answer. That's suspicious. Okay. Seokjin smiles at my excitement. And a few other students. Scientists, I mean. What about my work here in the old lab? The cold lab. I'm afraid you'd have to abandon it for some time. You had no idea just how advanced the new lab is. With that technology, and with you on our side, who knows? The cure might be at our grasp. I want more than anything, but I feel like I was just about to do something grand on my own with my vaccine. What should I do? Maybe it would be easier for her if she could bring a teammate along? Someone to support her in her new environment? I'm not sure I would be able to get permission to add another member to the team, but I could try if it meant she'd join us. Jimin. I'll join the team if I bring along Jin! Yeah! I'll see what I can do. Boom. Boom! As Seokjin leaves, Jungkook frowns and crosses his arms looking away from me. Oh! He looks upset. Is everything alright? A moment passes before he replies. Oh, sigh. Yeah? What's wrong? Come on, spill it out. It's not important, just, I thought... You thought what? Well, I was wondering why you picked Jimin. Oh, Jungkook seems like the innocent friend. Like, oh, I just... Why does it matter? When I suggested, I was hoping I'd be the one up. My heart. Oh my gosh, I had no idea. Be defensive. I'll be rational, not defensive. I didn't realize that you'd be interested in something like that as an ecologist. No, of course, you couldn't have known. I don't know why I'd hoped you picked me. I'm not picking Jimin over you, Jungkook. There's a reason I said what I said. See, I think this is at the core of why I wanted to come with you. I thought that maybe if I was in that lab, I'd be on the front lines again. I'd have some idea of what's happening at least. And I was the one who closed that door to that opportunity for him. I'm really sorry. I assure you I don't want to keep you in the dark. Jungkook shifts and looks away before replying. It's not you, it's Seokjin. Oh. Sounds like something's going on. You can tell me about it if you want. What's going on? I just feel like I don't know him anymore. He's keeping secrets from me. You mean about the secret lab? That's actually the first thing about his work he said to me since he became Professor Angela's assistant. He used to tell me everything. I'm probably being an idiot. You're not an idiot! You're not an idiot, Jungkook. I doubt Seokjin's keeping secrets from you intentionally. To be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if he had to sign a non-disclosure agreement of some sort. Everyone knows Professor Angelo is a bit paranoid like that. Hence a secret lab, eh? Exactly. See, there's no reason to doubt your friend. I think he likes you. Who? Seokjin Hyung. If he opens up to you, will you tell me what's troubling him? I can feel how much he worries about his friend, but I can't promise him I'll tell him about anything Seokjin asked me not to do. Don't worry, Jungkook. Everything is going to be okay. I believe you when you say that. I guess I'm being ridiculous. Maybe I'm jealous of my friend being such a high position. I don't know. It's like he's been consumed by this Angelo virus business. I understand. I wouldn't expect anything else, to be honest. I feel like all of us who are involved with it are slowly being consumed by the futility of it all, until there's nothing left. Well, I won't let my friends be destroyed, either of you. I'm late for class again. I'll see you later. I mean again, Angelina. Okay. I don't realize how he left. Did I read that right at all? I better get back to the lab. Not that everyone misses me there. Oh. I head toward the lab. My ears start to ring. I stop and shake my head, but it doesn't help. In fact, it only gets louder. It's that child again. I turn around, but no one's there. Hee hee. Want to play again? Where are you? Show yourself. The sound of the child's laughter slowly disappears down the hallway. I feel like I'm going insane. I go to the ladies' washroom to compose myself. I'm not going to let myself lose the little sanity I have. Not when I'm so close to bringing an end to the virus. And yet, I'm talking to myself in the mirror. I wash my face. When I look up at the mirror, it reveals a monster standing right in front of me. Ah! Was she just hallucinating? We gotta work this out. Make things right, the sun will shine. And then dun dun dun! Ah! I turn to face it, but there's nothing there. I'm all alone. Just in case, I turn towards the mirror again. Nothing. Definitely going insane. Shaken, I leave the bathroom and return to the lab. What happened? Oh, Jimin, thank God. I tell him what I heard and saw, and he pauses for a moment before replying. Perhaps you should get some rest. Take a few days off. You think I'm crazy too? Crazy is an exaggeration. I think you've been through a lot of the stress might be affecting you. How come it's not affecting you? I didn't mean to sound so bitter, but he just shrugs. We deal with it in different ways. There could be another explanation for sensations you've been experiencing, though. Like what? We'll need to find out more about your monster before I can say for sure. Back to reality then, I suppose. Yes. So you're staying at the lab? I'm free right now if you need any help with your experiment. Let's get to work, Jimin! Oh! I could use a distraction. Let's get to work. We go over to my previous attempts at creating a vaccine, discuss the possible reasons for their failure, and muse about what we could try next. Working with Jimin relaxes me so much. Suddenly, it feels like we're all alone in the lab. I never get this focused working alone. Well, that comment might be an indication that your focus is slipping away. Sorry. No, it's alright. If you feel like talking, then talk. It might soothe you. How does he manage to keep that cold exterior while being so supportive at the same time? Why do you help me so much? He puts his hand on his chin, thinking, as if my question was deeply psychological in nature. It's better than being alone while I have nothing to do. I wonder if he's ever lonely. Do you live alone? For a moment, it looks like he won't reply. Yes. Oh, he's sad about it. Oh no. Moment of truth now. Did you implement the suggestions I made? Yes, although I don't think my rats will have a problem with vomiting. Usually they just die. Go ahead then. I open a cage that holds a couple of mice and I pick up a bigger one. Those two arrived this morning. Your hands are shaking. I just remembered what happened last time when I freaking killed a rat. Do you want me to do it instead? Yes. We gotta push through, please. I pass the syringe and the infected rat to Jimin. His hands aren't shaking even slightly. I'm so grateful he's here. Jimin injects the rat with the newest vaccine, then he puts him back in the cage. Shoot, I forgot to document this. Look, Angelina. I stopped breathing for a moment, expecting the rat to start convulsing, but it doesn't. It just paces around its cage. What does this mean? Nothing yet. We don't know if it will be cured. Right now, right, I know. But it lives. This never happened before, Jimin. But I might not get a chance to follow up. We inject the second rat with the vaccine and spend some time observing them. When neither of them dies, I ask Jimin if he could take me home. It's just Taehyung. Of course, you don't have to explain. He must have heard about what happened yesterday. Gosh, it's so embarrassing. Oh, there's something I have to talk to you about. On the way to the parking lot, I tell him about what Seokjin told me. He frowns and focuses on my words intently. I could already guess what kind of conclusion he's making. Could the secret lab be what cost Mrs. Green her life? I know what you're thinking. This could in fact be what I need to know. That's why I told Seokjin I won't go in there without you. Jimin's face softens. I appreciate that. How did he even react when you told him that? He didn't seem too pleased, but I think he really wants me on the team. So I have no doubts he'll invite you too. Why do you think he wants you there over someone like Professor Anita, for example, who has that strange tissue? I'm told he's fascinated with my work. Please don't misunderstand. I'm sure you'd be a valuable asset to any team. We both know Professor Angelo hasn't had any major breakthroughs in a while, and now that you're so close to finding a cure, his assistant wants you on his team. Maybe they're closer to finding the cure than I am, or maybe they want you to make sure they find it first. You do realize they'll take credit for the vaccine, even if you're the one to discover it. I don't care about getting credit for it. I know, and I admire you for that. I just wanted to make sure that while saving the world, you don't fall into a situation where you need to be saved by ambitious, envious men. I'm sure Jungkook and Taehyung would agree with me. As annoying as all three of them can be, I really appreciate having such good friends. Thank you. Now let me tell you about what I discovered in your mentor's notes. I relay my recent findings to Jimin as he takes me home. When we arrive, we see Taehyung sitting on his port. I'll pick you up in the morning. Let's set up a meeting with this Seokjin fellow. I'll ask Jungkook for his contact information. Okay, see you tomorrow. Oh my goodness, of course he's here. I glance at Jimin, he salutes. I glance at Taehyung, he salutes Jimin. See, I wasn't alone this time. Instead of a reply, Taehyung tosses a jacket over his shoulder, smiles devilishly, and goes inside. He's haunting me. I spend the rest of the day relaxing at home. In the morning, Jimin arrives to pick me up, just like he promised he would. Ready to go? Yeah, let me just let Tae know I'm going. I walk over to Taehyung's house and ring the bell once and then again, but no answers. Old habits die hard. Are you sure you should do that? You're essentially breaking into his house. I don't think he'll care, honestly. I just wanted to check on him. Besides, I'm practically family. I unlock the front door and slowly sneak inside. The familiar sound of Taehyung's house takes me back to childhood. Everything is neatly tucked away where it belongs. Taehyung was never someone who liked clutter. No sign of him. I tiptoe towards the kitchen when all of a sudden he jumps out at me, shirtless with a gun. Oh, we gotta imagine he's shirtless, okay. Don't shoot, it's me! What the? That was dangerous, Angelina. What are you doing sneaking around here? Your doorbell must be broken. I just wanted to let you know Jimin's here to pick me up so you don't have to take me to the lab. Alright, you didn't have to bother Jimin, though. I could have taken you there. Some other time. We have to go now. I'll see you later. I practically run out of his house, feeling silly and embarrassed. Come on, let's get this over with. We found Jungkook and Seokjin near the university entrance. There they are! Jimin, Angelina, it's so good to see you. Awfully formal today, aren't we? Seokjin Hyung always says it's about time I got serious. I mean, with the best intention possible. How are you doing, Miss Angelina? I assume this is your colleague? Yes, this is my friend Jimin. Jimin, this is Seokjin. I've heard much about you. Only good things, I hope. Jungkook has been telling me about you as well. He says that you are a kind-hearted individual. Jungkook doesn't know me very well then. Jungkook is a very good judge of character, so he might just figured you out. Comes with being a great leader. Wow, Angelina, I didn't know you placed such trust in me. I'm humbled. And I'm not impressed. But I think Jungkook is a good man too. Suddenly, Jungkook grabs Jimin in a giant hug, almost lifting him off the ground. Aw, so cute. No need for excessive displays of affection, please. Sorry. It makes me so happy to see them get along. Well then, I'm happy to inform you the professor has granted me permission to invite you two into our lab. I'd love to show you around if you have nothing more important to do. That's great news, please. Yes, please. Take us. I'll leave you guys to it then. Good luck, guys. Thanks. Jungkook leaves and Seokjin motions towards the elevator. Shall we? Oh, snap. Well then, I'm happy for you to inform you the professor has granted me permission to invite you two into the lab. Let's go, folks. Yay, good luck. Wow, thanks. We leave. Okay. Then, shall we? We follow Seokjin into the elevator when he presses a few buttons like he's entering a code. 225719. The elevator door closes and we start descending. How deep is this new lab? It's just beneath the basement level. I wasn't aware there was something beneath the basement. It's not in any plans, and the space hasn't been used for some time. Behind Seokjin's back, Jimin gives me a significant look. It's a remnant of a past military base. Some parts of it have been sealed off because they are unsafe. But if you stay in the areas that the lab uses, you'll be perfectly fine. Yay, let's just trust him and go to the level below the basement. The elevator door opens into the dark, narrow corridor. I can feel my blood turning cold. The memories of the monster rush into my mind, and suddenly I imagine myself being attacked in that tiny space, unable to go anywhere but forward into the darkness. For how long? Angelina, are you okay? His voice pulls me out of my thoughts, and only then do I notice I've huddled close to him. What do I say? I'm claustrophobic! I'm a little claustrophobic. That might be a problem down here. This place isn't built to be comfortable. My pulse thunders, and it feels like I'm running out of breath. I just need to get used to it, that's all. Out of nowhere, Jimin's fingers find mine and he lightly squeezes my hand. The gesture is brief and remains unnoticed in the dark hallway, but it leaves me calmer. Should I say something? Somehow I think he'd rather act like it didn't happen. Thank you, Jimin. We arrived at a large reinforcement door, locked with another code. I memorized that one too, and I noticed Jimin doing the same. Here we are. Welcome to the Angelo lab. We're memorizing codes. The door opens, and inside we find something completely different than the corridor we came through. I've never seen anything like this. We enter a large, well-lit room filled with huge machines, some of which I'm familiar with. However, I've never seen most of those devices in my life, nor could I guess their purpose. This is incredible. I was going to say expensive. Yes. Well, the professor is an influential man. Investors were tripping over each other for an opportunity to support his work. Oh, and one more thing. Staying in the lab after 5 p.m. is prohibited, and you will be searched every time you leave, no exceptions. Nothing leaves the lab. You'll have to sign a non-disclosure agreement, too. Come on, let me introduce you to our team. We spend the rest of the day talking with the other 3 researchers in the lab and getting familiar with the machines. As it turns out, the duties we were given were those nobody else wanted. Oh, yay. A few days pass, and in and day out, we're given more and more work. We're assistants of assistants. Scratch that, we're slaves. I could be working on a vaccine up there instead of scrubbing this. What is this even? Are they trying to stop us from finding a cure? Patience, Angelina. Everything in its time. What should I do? Tease him? Are you just acting wise because you actually don't know what this is? I'll have you know I do know what this device is. Yeah? What is it? I'll tell you later. See, you don't know. I win. You're wrong. I'm just teaching you a lesson of patience. You're stalling. That's what you're doing. Was that the tiniest hint of a smile? I've talked to Professor Anita this morning. What did she say? Your rats are still alive, but at the same time still infected, and they can't figure out what's going on. I should be out there. Have you thought about asking Seokjin to continue your research here? With this equipment, I'm sure. Oh, I have, a few times. He always says the same thing. He regrets that he asked for so much, but the professor needs my help. And so on. Have you even seen the professor since we came down here? No, have you? Not even for a moment. To be fair, he probably works at night, and we're not allowed to stay. I see. Well, you could just give up and go back there. I know how much your work means to you. I'm sure Seokjin would understand if that's what you're worried about. I'm worried about leaving you here where you could get in trouble, you fearless fool. Let's be realistic. Who do you think will make a breakthrough sooner? Them up there or us here? And also, I'm not concerned on Seokjin's approval. Really, he seemed to be concerned about yours in any case. I waved my hand, dismissing the idea. I'm gonna get us some coffee while you finish scrubbing that. Whatever that is. It's a container. Container for what? Jimin shrugs. Alright then, see you soon. At least we have a coffee machine right here, and the coffee is better than the upstairs too. While waiting, my eyes captured an odd sight. The door a few meters away from the coffee machine, which is normally sealed, stands slightly open and inviting. What could be in there? I look around. I'm alone. The echo of footsteps, my footsteps are the only sound in this part of the lab. It still says keep out though, but if I miss the chance now, who knows when I'll get it again. Cautiously, I slip into the room. It's dark, save for the light of the lamp sitting on a desk filled with documents. On top of it, there's a folder marked confidential. What do we have here? I flip the folder open and read the title. It says Report, the Rebirth Catalyst Experiments. What the heck? I need to show this to Jimin right away. I grab the report and rush out of the office. Oh, we didn't get caught. Considering that you didn't bring any coffee back, I'm assuming something important happened. Shoot, I forgot about the coffee. I found something though. Take a look. Jimin furrows his brow as he flips through the report. This is important. We have to study immediately. You have no time. We have no time. I have to bring it back before someone realizes I took it, or before they seal the door again. Then we have to copy it. Come on. I follow Jimin into the tiny room we call a copy room. There's only a photocopier and a few stacks of paper inside. Quickly make a copy before someone notices we're not working. I do as he says. As soon as it's done, I remember we'll be searched upon leaving, and my guts twist itself into knots. Give it to me. I should take the risk. No, they always search you more thoroughly than me. Besides, I know a good way to do it. Don't peek, okay? I turn away from him and unbutton the first few buttons of my shirt. I fold the report a few times and stuff it under my... Yeah. What are you... Oh, smart strategy. The echo of footsteps on metal floor outside draws our attention. Jimin motions to me to stay quiet. The report is still inside the copier. Photocopier, we're going to get caught. The footsteps stop in front of the copy room. Whoever it is, they must have noticed the lights are on inside. I turn around to face Jimin and whisper, follow my lead. What are you doing? What should I do? Oh! Causing a distraction. I grab Jimin's face and pull him down, covering his lips with mine. Please let this work. Jimin's eyes widen for a moment, and then they immediately close as he wraps his arms around my waist, and for a moment I forget we're acting. Another button on my shirt snaps open, and we barely pay attention. My hand travels up to his hair, and he pulls on the material of my shirt in response. Don't get confused, Angelina. We are acting, aren't we? Seokjin opens the door and finds us in the middle of what I presume looks and undoubtedly feels like a passionate kiss. My fingers work quickly to fix my shirt. I apologize. I didn't realize the copy room is occupied. Oh my, we're so sorry. We didn't mean to. You don't need to explain yourselves. I get what's going on. However, I'm going to need you to keep it outside of the lab if you intend to stay here. Of course, won't happen again. I'm sure it won't. He turns around as if he's going to leave, but then he speaks again. You know, I expected it better from you. I know how much Jungkook likes you, and he started to see Jimin as a friend. What are you doing to him? Is it fair? What is he talking about? I'm sure you're mistaken. Jungkook and I are very good friends, but that's it. In any case, I can barely believe the rumors about you two are correct. Who knows what else is true then? You better watch what you're saying, bucko! Surprisingly, his icy tone makes Seokjin step back. It doesn't matter at this point. Seokjin leaves and I lean against the photocopier. I've changed my mind. You're not just a good strategist. You're brilliant. Brutal, even. You're pretty good yourself. You're pretty good yourself. It seems my reply caught him by surprise. I don't understand. Well, you figured out what I wanted to do without me having to explain it. And it turns out you're a great actor. Who knew? Gosh, I can't even speak right. And I can't exactly tell him he's a good kisser. I need to ask, just in case. We're good, right? Things are definitely not going to be weird. Get weird? I see no reason for that to happen. The sudden relief I feel makes me aware of how I look. Oh my, I desperately need a brush and clothes iron. Leave that for later. I'll go outside and distract Seokjin, or whoever's out there, while you return the report. Right, the report. Gotcha. I completely forgot about that. Once I'm alone in the copy room, I let out a sigh of relief. I better get the original back to its place and pick my copy up if it's still there. I put the folder back exactly where I found it. This could be my last chance to take a look around in this room. It would be a shame if I missed a possible clue. Wow, we're gonna be greedy now. Oh. Yay. And so that was the end of another episode of the University of the Dead. Oh. Well, I hope you enjoyed it, and now we gotta figure out if she's probably gonna get caught from being too greedy and looking around next time. But yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow with a different video, and then we'll come back to this. So yay! Okay, have a good day. Whatever time of the day it is, have a good rest of it, and I will see you guys. Bye!